Hey, audio technician voice recorders. I'm going to show you how to do your job today using Movie Maker. And if you do everything in here, it can actually be quite easy. And I'm going to show you how to fix some little mistakes and things so you don't necessarily always have to re-record things. So if you haven't already done so, you're going to go under the Home ribbon here, Home tab, Add Videos and Photos. And you're going to find all of your pictures. Click the very top one, scroll down to the bottom, hold Shift, and it should select everything in between. You can hit open and then you'll see them all load here as thumbnails. If they're out of order, you can easily shift these around. So holding control, I can select more than one picture that maybe are not next to each other. I can unselect those just by clicking on another one without holding any keys down. If I need to move, say, this row of pictures, I would click the first one, hold Shift, click the last one, you'll see they're all together. Click and drag basically the pictures to where I need them to go. So if I need these to go down here, I can put them down here. I'm going to undo Control Z because they're actually in order now. So hopefully yours are too. This should be saved in the Dropbox, by the way. So you would need to go into this little button up here, the Movie Maker kind of file menu, save project as, and you're going to go into the Dropbox folder for your team. So we're going to go Mrs. Merck, fourth quarter. Here's an example folder I'm going to use. You would go into your folder and you would be saving this in Movie Maker file. So make sure you do that today. I haven't really seen those in your group folders. Alright, so for recording, what you're going to do is stay in the home ribbon here, and here's record narration. Just click that button. You get very easy controls here. You'll hit record and you'll say your first line. So first you need to know what's happening in your scene. Well, in mine, the little white horse is walking in and he is waving, and then the little red horse is waving. So I'm going to start at the beginning here. I'm going to hit record and I'm just going to say, "Hi, Mr. Stubbs," because that's what's in my script. "Hi, Mr. Stubbs." I'll hit stop and you see it automatically will open up a window. You probably won't see narrations in here yet. Okay, this was from a previous example. So what you would need to do is go to Dropbox. We're going to pretend mine didn't open automatically. And after you do this once, as you're working continuously today, you're going to actually find that it will open automatically for you. So after the first time going through these folders, you really don't have to do it again. Just double check. So I would go into my team's folders here, and I would go into audio. And then I'm going to hit save. And you see it loads it in perfectly. I can hit play and make sure that it's sounding the way I want it to sound, basically. And I can always move things around. So let me show you. Let's make sure it's actually up long enough. Mr. Stubbs. And it stops just in time for Mr. Stubbs to pick his foot up and start waving. So that's great. If it didn't work, what I could do, let's say I want to move this forward a little more. Here's narration tool options up at the top. Okay, and what I'm going to do is drag this little cursor. You have to click right on there, but you can drag it around. And I can, under narration tools here, hit split. And so this doesn't have anything in it. This is just empty dead air. So I'm going to hit delete. And that'll give me some room where I can move this over a little bit if I need to. And I can even split over here towards the end because you can see the sound waves. This is when I'm speaking or your partner maybe has spoken. So I can split again in narration tools with where I'm at right now. And I can get rid of this little extra dead air. So if I need to move things a little bit, like here's the actual picture where he picks his foot up. So maybe this is where I want him to actually say hi. So I can scooch this over until that sound wave is pretty much right where he says hi. So now it's going to say, "Hi, Mr. Stubbs," just as he waves. And then I'm ready for my next line. So if I click on slides, you'll see the cursor will follow my mouse. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go back into record narration, hit record. "Hey there, Ralph." And I'm going to hit stop. But you notice it ran a little long, so I'm going to have to do some editing. All right. So if I hit play, I hear "Hey there, Ralph." And then me talking more because maybe the stop button didn't work as well as I wanted it to. Maybe I forgot to hit stop. I don't know what happened exactly, but you know that you can simply drag this cursor wherever you need it. go to Narration Tools Options and hit Split. And then select this and hit Delete on your keyboard. You can also right-click things and hit Remove. That will help as well. If I record and I have a little hiccup, so we'll say the next part in my script is I have a question for you. That's his line. So I'm going to record that. I have a question for you. Okay, I'm going to hit save. And I paused a little bit there, so I'm going to do some quick split and delete of dead air so I can move this a little more into position where it helps a little bit, because there's a spot where Mr. Stubbs here starts moving his head. That's where I want him to say, "What's up?" or whatever's in my script. Okay? So let's say I had a little hiccup in between. Maybe it's right in here. There's like some fuzzy noise or somebody sneezed in the background. I don't necessarily want to re-record it because the recording came out great. So I'm going to hit split once, drag this a little bit more, hit split again, and just take that little sneeze out. And now I'm getting much smoother narration. Alright, best of luck everybody. Just make sure please that once you record, when you hit record and then you stop it, that it is all going into the same audio folder for your team. And that's it.